we were out staring. I scared her. She hit the gas and peeled toward me. And I'm like, I'm dead. I left on the horse. Someone was getting rid of it. They said it was broken. This is my husband's edition. Camping? Yes, my husband, he says he wants to do something. So this one and the barbecue grill people are his. There's skeletons carrying the coffin. That is the second oldest beside the witches. This year we added the giant spider over here. And the werewolf are new this year.
Yeah, the jumping spider got Jasper when I pulled him.
Oh, yeah.
The one time he's like, oh,
poor puppy. We have a few pups that come through and, oh, here, bark, bark, bark. So I've been asked if I have a theme, and a lot of people don't get it, but I do kind of have a theme. So it's related to my work. And if you see, we got a couple on bikes, walking around. So my theme technically is, get out and get active, the Beetlejuice. Trying to figure out how to do the couch scene. With the split lady. So we're working on it. I didn't mention the golfer. Actually, it was for my stepdad. He was a huge golfer, and he passed away a few years ago. So that's my homage to him. And this, be careful here. This is actually a racing track. There's whoopie-doos here. It's actually not graves on purpose, but it's just whoopie-doos. This is how you get into the witch's shack. So there's a door right there. So my middle daughter's mother-in-law, that's hers. So don't let anybody else decorate, because that's her spot. And she does such a wonderful job. Ellen Townsend is who does it for me. So I got her at Zerkers, and I think I said it right too. So they were the big one to go through after Halloween, because that's where you could get really good props. Then everybody caught on, and they were cleaned out every year after. I actually converted her. She was just a standalone. And that bike was actually my dad's bike when he was a little boy. Yeah, my dad was like, hey, you ought to put the witch on the bike, because I got my old bike still at Grandma's farm. Go down and get the bike, and it's perfect. I just need to find a Toto dog. It look cute hanging out the basket.
That one also kind of reminds me of Gardener's Village a little bit. Like you'll see them in the air.
When we got her, that's why I got the ruby slippers underneath the mausoleum. So I was like, well, if I got the Wicked Witch of the West, I have to have the ruby slippers. Kids are very observant. I've only caught a few kids catch the fish in with the pups. We had a really bad windstorm come through, and poor Frankenstein broke his hip. So had to take him in for surgery. With working full time, I can't get to it every single day right on. So he was out of commission for a couple days. He was one of my regulars. The little boy was one of the regulars. And his mom came over, and she saw me outside. She came and stopped. She says, I'm sorry to bother you, but I'm honestly telling you, I didn't notice that Frankenstein was gone, but my son is up in arms. Is Frankenstein okay? He's worried about Frankenstein. I had to tell her, oh, yeah, Frank's okay. Frank's good. He's just getting a hip fix. So, yeah, I hurried up and fixed him really quick. I didn't realize that. They find little things. And that's why I think if you can put little things here and there, kids really pay attention. Sometimes we try to do a contest every year, like a counting contest, like how many cats, bats, rats, whatever. So I think we're gonna try that with something different this year. I do have a couple extra skeletons. We might try that. I don't know.
Is that just like a Halloween night thing, or?
So I start it usually. I try to do like at least 4 or 5 nights before Halloween. So it gets like this weekend is when I'll start it. So that Lister headstone is actually my cousin's husband, and he builds custom guitars. So yeah, so Lister's Custom Guitars. He's a very good craftsman. He did my headstone. He did a Halloween display in Provo, and then it just got too much for him, so he donated a lot of his stuff. That's everybody's favorite headstone, is the Atheist one. And that's Dead Fred. Dead Fred is in need of TLC, the classic This is what makes Dead Fred move. It's just a motion sensor, yeah. Up there, that's my husband's scene. So the chef barbecuing the rack of ribs is actually my husband. And I'm there in the chair giving orders. The silhouettes, that was actually kind of fun. I just got a zombie cutout, laid him down on a piece of old plywood and traced him, cut him out with the jigsaw. I actually posted him on Halloween Forum, and then I started seeing him on different sites. So I thought, well, heck, let's make more. And you got to get a girl in there. So my difficulty is trying to figure out how to backlight them.
Do you ever dread thinking about having to take it all down?
Taking down is easy. To take it down, we line the driveway. I have bins. And so every bin is labeled. We put the bins in the driveway labeled, and then I get as much help as I can, family, friends, whatever. And then your job is to collect the bones. Bones go in this bin, bats go in this bin, cats go in this bin, things like that. It takes 2 weeks or a little bit more to set up, 2 to 3 days to tear down. Last year was a quick takedown. Yeah, it snowed. And I said, I have a feeling that this is the year that we really need to get everything, because I don't want to be picking up bones in
the snow.
So, or in the spring. This guy, I didn't tell you this guy here. He's not plugged in right now, but he's actually made out of a reindeer frame. So for Christmas, I had this cute reindeer, and he turned his head, and I had a doe next to him. And here's the X-rated part. Sorry, somebody came and ripped him up and put him on the doe. So the following year I had to get a baby doe, just because that's the way I roll. But they ruined the buck. And I'm like, what am I going to do with this? And I got to figure out what to do with this guy. So I got some fur and a werewolf mask. I cut the horns, the antlers off, and the ears off of the deer. Slap that fur on and the mask, and there you go. I know people are sure to call it, the creepy dog.
And I've never even noticed your little eye thing right here too.
Oh my gosh,
your eye
my
plant.
grandson got the eye at the dollar store, and he held on to it for a little bit, and he came up with it used to be a glass globe, and my son was practicing baseball and hit it with a baseball and broke the globe. The flower kind of sat there for a little bit, and my grandson said, Grandma, you need to make a creepy flower. Gave me the ball. One lady, I scared her. I was dressed up, standing next to the witches, and we were out scaring with the little kids. And she comes around the corner, and I go, hello, in my witchy voice. I scared her. She hit the gas and peeled toward me, and I'm like, I'm dead. I'm so dead. And I'm like, whoa, sister, lay off the gas. She went like this and left. Have you guys had problems with theft?
Thankfully, I don't want to jinx anything, but thankfully no. Oh, no,
we did
fine.
1 year royally. I lost 3 full-size mannequins and a bunch of different little things. That's the year that I decided I needed to put the fence up out front and cameras, and that's been the saving grace. It's hard. My Cyclops guy is actually my brother. It's a duct tape dummy. So we duct taped my brother and stuffed it and found the mask and put it out. That was one of the things they tried to steal. He's firmly posted because he's floppy. They couldn't get the body, so they got the head, and I was just so upset that I just picked up the body, I carried it up, and I threw it down in front of the garage door and called the police, to file a report. Poor police officer, he shows up. It's a good thing I know what kind of people you are, because that really scared me, the crumpled up body of the garage door. It's okay, if I didn't know you better, I would be really worried.
Has that been the only experience, hopefully, with
we've had a couple, so the rocks, we had to put the rocks down because we've had people actually run over the headstones. It's just, there's so much to look at, so you're looking over here and someone does something and you're like, well, and then you drive over there. So it does get a little bit, some things get, handled there, but that's is what it is. People think that, there's no way I could decorate like that, That's a lot of stuff. I don't have a lot of money to do. I love the small yard haunts. People just need to do even 2 pumpkins. My favorite ones this year, there's a guy down on 1100 North in Pleasant Grove here. He does a different scene every day. His favorite scene of mine, he had 2 or 3 skeletons like they were laughing, but they had hard hats and orange vests on. There was 2 of them. There's a big box, and there was 2 of them tipping, and it said Honey Pot Outhouse. And there's a guy going like this. Skeletons were tipping the outhouse. Yesterday, I think he had a skeleton-o-matic. He made it look like they were pouring bones into the big box, and there was a conveyor belt with the skeletons coming out whole. I need to take pictures. That's the glory of my job is I drive all North Utah County, and so I see all these different really cool haunts. There's a 700 South in Lehi. There's 3 really awesome ones. There's Mike. He is on just off of Center Street. He has done it forever and ever, and he has. It was an old farm, and he takes an area about the same length of my fence line here, and he does different things all year round. So he changes it up, and so he's really awesome. He's got little cutouts and things like that. He actually has headstone that when he passes on, it says, "You'll know I'm here when the lights are out." That is so cool, though. He's a really nice guy. I got to stop by and see him. But yeah, check it out. It's really cute. I really, really want to be original, but it's kind of another one of those things where it's like, okay. And I want it to look really cool. It is. It's one of those things as you get older, it's not as easy to do and not as easy to put this stuff up. I try to do a walkthrough for my patients, and I always forget that I've got the camera in my hand and I can't clap, and you have to clap really loud. And so you'll see me film, and I'll be really good film, and I'll be like, yeah, this is doing it. And it's like, don't clap, and then it's like all of a sudden you see me go like this and pick up a rock, and I'm like, I really need to get a little bit more tech savvy. So I have to tell you, it really freaks me out when you say, we've been coming here since we were kids. So I'm like, have I really been doing it that long? Touch his hand right there, that guy right there. Touch his hand.
This one?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, I love it.
So I don't know if you are you a battery changer? Is that is that a pain?
I don't enjoy it because you always have to get different size screwdrivers.
Okay.
Things.
They have a thing on Amazon that you can buy that it replaces the batteries and converts it to plug-in.
Really?
Oh.
They'll have to send me a link to that.